Hello, we are doing another league. We're on the play, so we'll go first here. Let's see. We have 2 lands, we have colored mana, we have a pest, so we can do Nexus, Springleaf Drum, turn 1, turn 2, pest, plating, turn 3, probably just champion. We'll keep this. Easy keep. Even if our opponent has like discard or something like that. So we have everything we need. We have like multiple payoff cards, multiple win conditions. Aether Vial. Alright, the 3rd land is nice. So we'll play, so this looks like Eldrazi and Taxes, which is a bad matchup in games 2 and 3 because they have Stony Silence. And if they can get Eldrazi Displacer out early, or Wasteland Strangler, it's a really bad matchup. So here we are going to Etch Champion and then equip to Signal Pass so we can swing. So the hope is that our opponent doesn't get to play an Eldrazi anytime soon, so they can't block Etch Champion. But if they do, we can just swing with Nexus and Signal Pest. Any 2 drops that are relevant. I'm not sure. Maybe Kitesail Freebooter, but yeah, it looks like it feels like a, Tide Hollow, Tide Hollow Scroller, so they'll take the Cranial Plating. But it is colored. It's a colored creature, so it can't block Etch Champion. Alright, we will play the Nexus. We will animate. We're going to equip to the Etch Champion, by the way. We'll animate our other Nexus. And we'll end the turn there. Hazoret, 4 mana. You're crazy. Oh no, I don't want to always yield. I gotta try out Hazoret. Dropped in price due to the Challenger deck, which is weird because he isn't being reprinted online. I gotta pick up a copy of Hazoret. Doesn't attack. Has a Wasteland Strangler, I think it's called. Eldrazi Displacer, which they can cast for. They can cast the mana. So that means we want to play our 2nd Spire. So that way we can instant speed equip the plating if our opponent can block Etch Champion or remove Signal Pass, for example. So this covers all of our bases if they have a Displacer that they can, what's the word? A Displacer that they can flash in. Wasteland Strangler can take this Cranial Plating as well. Interesting how our exiled cards doesn't show anything because the Cranial Plating is underneath the Tide Hollow Scholar. Right? Exile that card, so this should also be here, but it isn't. Flicker Wisp. Oh, okay. Well, they'll just flicker the plating, I guess. I think that means we win, right? Our opponent doesn't have anything to do now. Yeah, there's nothing they can do. They can Ghost Quarter the Blink Moth, but then I still win with Etch Champion, so I don't understand. Yeah, they take plating. I still deal 3 with Etch Champion. There's no 2-mana Eldrazi that they can be flashing with Aether Vial. Thank God. Alright, next game. So we want Thoughtseizes, we want Whip Flares, we want Gearper. Edge Champion's not that good against the Eldrazi variant, so we'll drop it. Welding Jar's pretty bad. A single Memnite's bad. Bowmite Courier's not that good because they're basically a go-wide aggro deck. We don't like Blood Moons. Ancient Grudge is a one-of. Actually, nah. Like, they set out the Aether Vials for the Stonies. Sometimes they keep them anyways, and they do kill, I guess they kill the Tidehollow Skullers, they kill Aether Vials, and that's basically it, though. So I don't think there's not enough targets for any Ancient Grudges. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have exactly 8 colored spells. We can bring in like 1 champion, and we don't want Bitter Blossom, do we? No, because a bunch of 1/1s, because they're a go wide aggro deck, so a bunch of 1/1s isn't really gonna help much. Maybe just second champion or Bowmat Courier. Because they're going to play Stony Silence, and Bowmat Courier is really bad, so we'll just do second champion. No, we don't like that. We'll just go Couriers, actually. Yeah, Courier at least allows us to refill our hand for our opponents removing our stuff. So our opponent probably sided in Stony Silence, and I don't really know much else. I don't know too much about Black-White Eldrazi lists, or Eldrazi and taxes. They probably sided a couple of Thalias, and I don't know if they run 4 paths main board, but they probably bring in some paths, I guess. Stony Silence is like the one definite thing that's happening, though. We have a land and colored mana. We'll keep this. Again, this hand's really bad against Stony, but that's just the name of the game. You don't base your keeps off of them potentially having Stony Silence. Looks like they have Stony though, because they wouldn't do nothing turn 1 unless they had a Stony Silence in hand, or a lot of really good relevant spells besides Stony Silence. If they pass and they don't play a land, okay, never mind then. Oh, okay, so no Stony. Sure, alright. I'll play the Vault Scourge, and then I'll play the Signal Pest. So I don't care as much about swinging with Courier, because I have so many expensive spells in my hand that the 1 damage isn't going to matter, and neither is the extra card. I'd rather start getting out like more damage over time with Pest and Vault Scourge, and plus I can gain life with Vault Scourge, which is really important. But I really want to be able to cast this Aether Grid here. Flicker Wisp, okay. Flicker something. Oh, okay. That's smart. They can hold up Path now. Push. Definitely gonna play the Aether Grid, because this card is a house, and I don't really think our opponent can remove it. And we're gonna swing with Vault Scourge. If they trade, they trade. Grid. Hang in the air. Does it resolve? Yay or nay? And that means if they top deck a Stony Silence, they don't just automatically win the game. Looks like a path. Yeah, that's fair. We'll get that red for the Whip Flare, which is nice. So we are definitely going to want to kill their Flicker Wisp as soon as we can with this grid. They're probably going to swing in, of course. Yep. Ooh, Opal's a nice draw. This means we can play Courier and a Cranial Plating and equip at the same turn. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7 if we do double plating, well, okay, we want to kill this Flicker Wisp no matter what. So Inkmoth Nexus could become like deal like 7 or 8 damage, something like that. I'm not counting it out because I know it's not lethal, or actually, it doesn't matter. It's not lethal though. So we want to keep up our colored mana. So we don't care about sacrificing Bomat this turn, so we're not going to worry about it. We're just going to equip and let things happen as they happen. So we're treating it as a 1 mana 1/1 with haste because we do like both of these cards in our hand. So we're not going to... oh, it looks like Restoration Angel. Yeah, Restoration Angel mana. They blink the Flicker Wisp. I don't know what they want to get, what they'd want to hit. Maybe the Greater. I don't really know. They might just like blink the Courier if I attack with it. And it'll be able to block the Signal Pest. Yeah, that means I'm not going to attack with the Courier this turn. Because they can blink the Cranial Plating. So they're making us wait for so long because they're thinking of Resto or something, I think. And that's definitely a card you can see in this deck. So, I'm not going to attack at all. I'm actually going to tap with Drum. Probably the Courier. Play the second plating. Ping to death the Flicker Wisp. And then leave it at that. So we're gonna not ping it until our opponent flashes in the Restoration Angel. So when they target Flicker Wisp. If our opponent starts to attack, we're going to ping it. We will let them, you know, like there's no, whoop, like we save 3 life like this. Oh, it doesn't matter. Sweet. This is lethal now with Inkmoth Nexus. Alright, we'll do it like this. If they have the removal, which they most likely do, or a flash creature, we'll play it safe. And we can also hold up the red mana with Ornithopter Springleaf Drum if we, for example, wanted to sacrifice the Courier, which we probably don't, but you know. So we have our opponent either dead to Inkmoth or on a 2-turn clock with Bomat, with plating. 1, 2, 3, Dismember, and they're paying the mana. Isn't that interesting? So they do it in response to the Bomat. So that would make Inkmoth into a 8/1, and that would be lethal next turn with the Pest swinging. So this is fine. We're not going to try and animate Blinkmoth in response or something like that, and we can't equip in response. So this happens. And so do you see how like scared our opponent was of like us just oh, okay, well they have the path anyways. Alright. It's interesting how terrified our opponent was of us being able to draw a card with Bomat Courier. Well, we can hold back 2 pings. If our opponent does nothing, we'll just ping him on the end step. Alright. Wasteland Strangler. 3 cards in exile. Great. I'd like to see my opponent do this little card that got exiled away by Bomat. That'd be fun. Yeah. They didn't. What? What about this card? I want to know what it was. I guess that's, you know, maybe our opponent doesn't want us to have that information because it could be a really important card that is a one of or something that I would want to have. So they're still holding up Restoration Angel, which would be very bad right now, but not the end of the world. Oh, well, okay. So it looks like no Restoration Angel. Ooh, Courier. Very good draw. Just gonna animate the, oh, we're gonna swing with the Courier. We have one more ping with these two platings. Our opponent only has one card left. So I feel like if they had Restoration Angel, they would have done it a long time ago. Oh, Blessed Alliance. Yep, that's fine. Gonna sacrifice Blink Moth. Even though it has evasiveness, we have Ornithopter for that, and we do want to end up drawing cards with Bomat. It's gonna allow us to refuel against our opponent. And right now, I mean, we're up in, we have the card advantage, we have the board advantage, we have everything, and our opponent pretty much has nothing. So Bomat's our ace in the hole if everything goes wrong for some reason for us. Ravager is good. So we're going to equip to the Ornithopter. So because we have such a commanding position, we're trying not to like misplay in any way, so we're playing it very safe right now. Alright, good games. Alright, on to the next match.